What's up, YouTube? It's Coffee, back at it, and we got quite the crime story here. Something you don't hear every day, man. A woman sentenced to 9 years in prison for theft of chicken wings, which happens to be my favorite food. I'm from Buffalo, New York. We invented the wing. Never forget it. Blue cheese, no ranch. But on a serious note, chicken wings, 9-year prison bid. And then to make it even crazier, a plot twist, an NFL star sees this story in the news and feels bad and wants to bail this woman out and cover the theft that got her these 9 years in prison, but it seems like he's just too late, man. And what's going on is this is in Chicago, right? Cook County. This woman, Vera Liddell, 68 years old, church-going woman, never been in trouble in her life. I don't even think she's gotten a parking ticket before. Squeaky clean record, but she's got a sickness, she's got an addiction, but it's not D-Rugs, which put the D-Rugs down, people. We talk about that on this channel all the time. So if you're new, make sure to subscribe and drop a comment. Let's talk about it. Them D-Rugs are bad, but her sickness is in a different way, you know, a different vice. Something else has a grip of her soul, and it's not an addiction, you know, like that you never hear of. People know about this, but you just don't hear about it as much. She has the gambling sickness. Tap in, everyone out there, and let me know if you've struggled with that, or a friend, a family member, someone close to you had a gambling sickness or still does. Did they beat it? How bad did it get? Like, I've been around the D-Rugs. I've battled it myself, seen countless people around me, friends, family. It was a regular thing my whole life. Battled D-Rugs and alcohol, but gambling, not so much. I've known of some people, but it's not something I really saw firsthand. But I know it is real deal. Someone, I'll share a story at the end of this of one situation that I heard of, that I know of secondhand, firsthand almost. But getting back to what we're talking about, I guess she's been struggling with this for years, almost, or did file for bankruptcy like 2 times in the past decade. She can't stop. It's been destroying her life. And she happens to be a lunch lady. And I swear, man, like, don't get me wrong, comment everyone out there your experience in life. There were so many damn nice lunch ladies that I known when I went to school, when my kids went to school. For the most part, I feel like 90% of lunch ladies are just good, wholesome, church-going, just nice, loving women. Do y'all agree with that? You got the occasional jerk, but literally, I'm gonna say like 9 out of 10 lunch ladies are good people, man. And when the sickness jumped off, they had some kind of system in place for, you know, free lunch program where she was able to manipulate the system and put in fake orders for the wings, right? And she resold them, man. Wings are big money, man. I remember I used to work at a pizza joint, pizza sub, hoagie spot, a few of them. And I would make the runs to Sam's Club or the Poultry Depot and all that and get them big ass cases of wings. I forget how much they used to cost, but it's big money, man. Wings are serious dough, but it's crazy. It's like the profit margin in wings ain't all like you think it would be. That's a whole nother video. Comment and let me know if you're intrigued to talk about that, about the wings. But they're expensive, and she ended up running up a total of $1.5 million in the stolen wings. That was 11,000 cases of wings. And then she was selling them probably to restaurants and stuff like that. Like, that's easy money, man. If I came up on 10, 20 cases of wings right now, I'll sell them things within a half hour, no cap. I'm just shocked. I don't understand how she was even able to get away with it for that long. I guess this went on over the course of like 2 years. Like, how did the school district or whoever was in charge not see, like, wait, how is this school ordering so much wings? I mean, eventually they did. She's arrested. She's doing 9 years in the joint, but it took them that long to figure it out. That's just kind of crazy to me. But she gets arrested, is going through the court process. And like we said, she's a church-going lady, a God-fearing, good Christian woman, never been in trouble before. This sickness has just taken her life over all these years. this is her rock bottom, and she takes a plea bargain, pleads guilty, and says, hey, my fate is in God's hand, and they sentence her to 9 years in prison, right? So as it stands now, like I said, she's 68 years old. Her release date is in 2030, so it looks like of the 9 years, she'll have to do 6, get out, have 3 years of paper or whatever. But, she's 68, she'll be 74 when she touches down in 2030. And in the midst of all this, with this case getting some publicity and headlines and stuff like that, NFL star Chris Jones of the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs, F the Chiefs, we're coming for y'all. I told y'all I'm a Bills fan from Buffalo. I love wings and I'm a diehard Bills fan. But he sees this going on and shares and tweets on social media, I'll pay for the wings, let that lady go free. He will put up the 1.5 million in what she stole. He'll cover her debt. And this woman's attorney sees this and is like, this has got to be a hoax. Someone's trolling. It's not a real account or whatever. And he checks, it's the verified account. He gets called by like someone representing him, a publicist, an agent, someone. And they're like, nah, man, this is really Chris Jones. He wants to help this woman out and put up the 1.5 M's and get her up out of prison. The problem is, right, she's already been sentenced, man. Like, too bad she wasn't getting as much news headlines prior to her getting sentenced, or whatever the case may be, that Jones didn't find out about it just a little bit earlier while the case was still going on. You know what I mean? Could you imagine that? I think it could have worked out if they were like, listen, Your Honor, she's never been in trouble before. 1.5 M's is a lot, but she's got this gambling sickness. We can pay the restitution in full, and then it gets a lot of good publicity. Chris Jones pays, the news covers it. They do some anti-gambling, like get help gambling, PSAs and stuff like that. Her and Chris Jones together, and I don't know, I think maybe she could have ended up with probation or maybe a year or two or something like that. It could have been worked out and spun in a lot of good ways, publicity wise, but also, like, let's keep it 100, man. Money talks. I mean, don't get me wrong, you break the law, you're gonna go to jail. I'm not saying like just because you can pay the money back doesn't mean anything, but think about it, like it's always gonna make the situation better if you can give the money back, you can refund them, no question. But it's just like a shame she's been sentenced already, man. So, the attorney is reportedly working on this or whatever, but I don't know. I think, again, the fact that she's just been sentenced, like, I don't think they'll undo the sentencing and re-sentence her. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe where there's a will, there's a way. Her fate is in God's hands. Chris Jones answered the call just a tad bit too late, but who knows? I'm pulling for this lady, man. I'd like to see something happen good in her favor, and I think that's really cool that Chris Jones is stepping up. Like, $1.5 million is a lot of money. I mean, don't get it twisted. Yes, he's a pro athlete, he's a millionaire, but that's 1.5 M's any way you slice it, So I don't know, like, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm hoping for the best for this lady, but again, the fact that it's a wrap, it's already a done deal, I don't know. But I don't know, hit the comments and let me know your thoughts. I'm a hope for the best. Let me know if you are as well. Say a prayer for this lady, put out some positive vibes, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. And isn't that just the craziest news headline to see, man? 9 years in prison over chicken wings. What in the fluck? But real quick, like I was saying earlier in the video, I was calling upon anyone out there, if you've ever battled gambling sickness, or someone close to you has, friend, family, or whatever, drop in the comments how wild it got, or whatever you'd like to share. Once again, as always, over here on J Coffee Talk, it is all about talking with y'all, the people. So make sure to subscribe, and we do live streams where you can call in and all that. It's a lot of fun. But again, I've seen a lot of drug addiction firsthand, mental illness, all that. It ripped through my family, my friends. the community I've been in and around my whole life, I've seen it over and over again. Gambling, not so much. But there is one story that I had where my girl worked at a dollar store back in the day, right? And this one lady that was a manager on not like a corporate manager, but I guess a step down from there. Like she ran the store, like the manager of a store, had worked for the dollar store for a minute or whatever. And they transferred her in to the trenches where we were at, out from the suburbs. And the lady was a mean, nasty bitch, man. Just had a bad attitude for no reason and was always so disrespectful. Just was always talking down to everyone, treating people bad, treating the employees bad, just killed the morale of the store. And one day she goes to do a drop and comes back talking about someone jumped out the bushes and robbed me when I was walking in my car. And I don't remember the specifics or whatever, because my girl ended up moving on to a different job. But she ended up getting knocked. I think she might have tried to pull the same thing again and say she got robbed or they caught her stealing in another way. I don't know. But she went down for it. I can't remember if they locked her ass up or not, but she did face legal consequences. And it was the same situation. She had gambling debts out the wazoo. Like I said, lived out in the burbs, owned a home and everything, and was like in danger of losing her house, just all her finances going to ish because of gambling, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm really saying, you know what I mean? Like, everyone knows gambling addiction exists, but I think on a major level, whenever we think of addiction, more or less, correct me if I'm wrong, I think of drugs and alcohol, like, yeah, there's people with the gambling sickness, but you just don't hear about it as much. So it's wild when you hear how bad it gets for people. I guess I heard about it a little bit here and there too when bookies that I would, know from around the way, and people that would go rough people up for them and stuff like that. That was one way I would hear of it. But on a level like this, people robbing their jobs and, middle-aged, older, church-going women never been in trouble in their life, like, the gambling sickness is serious, man. And this is just a testament to that. That is facts, So what a crazy story. Let me know all your thoughts below. Stay tuned for updates. And Farrah, I'm hoping it works out for you. Maybe Chris Jones, can get something shaking and moving. But again, I think the sentencing date, it's just too late. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Peace.